Okay, so today, oh, so annoying. Shut up. You done? You done? So today we are going to be resoiling and pruning my Portulacia afra bonsai plant, also known as the jade plant, or mini jade, dwarf jade, elephant bush, pork bush, and speak boom. That's a lot of common names. Anyways, this plant was given to me from my local nursery, and for those of you in the Tampa, Florida area, I'll put the link down below so that you too can visit the nursery. I've had this little guy, it's funny, I refer to my plants as male or female. Anyway, I've had this little guy for a little over a year, and when I first received it, it was a cutting that was rooted, and it's been in this container ever since, and I think it's about time I get it into some proper soil. When talking about bonsai soil, the most important part is that the mixture has the ability to drain freely. Different trees require different soils, but in general, a standard mixture would be one that contains 1 part peat moss, 2 parts coarse sand, and 1 part loam, which is basically a mixture of clay, sand, and silt. And silt is basically mud or sediment runoff. But since I don't have the luxury of collecting some of the materials in nature, I just picked up some pre-made bonsai soil from my local nursery. As you can see, this bonsai soil has tiny pieces of wood, crushed up gravel, and lava rocks, which makes it a perfect mixture for any bonsai plant because the roots won't grow on the lava rocks, which will make resoiling the bonsai plant much easier in the future when you're trying to preserve the roots. I'm also going to be adding some more perlite to the mixture for extra drainage. So let's get this bonsai soil started. Now that we got our bonsai soil ready, it's time to prep our bonsai plant. So just a few things that we're going to need are your basic bonsai wiring, wire cutters, some pruners for the bonsai plant, which I've went ahead and sterilized already with some rubbing alcohol, and a small little rake to separate the roots. All right, here we go. Has some really good healthy looking roots. Now we have the bonsai plant out, we're gonna want to separate some of the soil from the roots with our fork, just loosening up any of the debris. All right, set that down. Dump out this container. Just gonna brush it up some to remove any of the remaining dirt. Now that the pot is clean, I'm going to place the mesh back in. Time to add some soil. Time to wire the bonsai back into the pot. Now that my bonsai plant has been resoiled, we are going to rewire and prune it. You can tell that my bonsai plant is in desperate need of rewiring because the wiring actually has left indentations in the branches. It's suggested that you cut the wires as opposed to unraveling it. I like to do a little bit of both, being careful not to injure any of the branches or leaves. Before we continue with pruning and wiring my bonsai, I wanted to go over quickly just bonsai styling. The most important thing about bonsai styles is that your specimens are based on the way trees grow in nature. There are 5 basic styles that describe the angle of the trunk, and this one right here, I've styled it to be what they call a slanting style because the trunk is curved and leaning from the base at a 45-degree angle. One of the best and easiest books that I've come across in learning how to bonsai is this book right here. I picked it up on Amazon and I'll put the link down below. All right, let's get pruning. Where's my pruners? Oh, there they are. Going to remove this branch right here. And since this is a pretty big clipping, there's no reason to throw it away. You can just propagate it. Simply pluck off some of the bottom leaves like this. Dip it in some root growing hormone. And stick it in a container like this, and you'll have another mini little jade plant. Here it is. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and also be sure to check me out on Instagram. I'll put the link down below. See you next time.